Assalamualaikum class. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and you are enjoying good health in your home. Okay, you are having science lesson and our today's chapter of discussion is based on the elements, compounds and mixtures. As you all know that as the elements are basically the smallest particle of a chemical substance that cannot be broken down into smallest particles, and the compounds are the mixture of elements. Okay, whereas the mixtures are the combination, you can say the combination of elements, or you can say the combination of two or more things.
Now let's have a look to this picture having a list of some elements including hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon having their symbols. Hydrogen is symbolized as H, helium as He, lithium as Li, beryllium with Be, boron with B, carbon with C, nitrogen with N, oxygen with O, fluorine with F, and neon with Ne. In addition to these elements, there are more than 92 natural elements that are found in our earth. However, elements cannot be further broken down into their constituent subparticles, whereas atoms break down into subatomic particles as we have discussed in our previous lesson. Who will tell me about the particles? Yes, Huzefa, you are right. There are three particles: electrons, protons, and neutrons. Protons and neutrons combine to make a nucleus of atom, whereas electrons revolve around the nucleus of atom. Now you can look at this picture. It is understood to you all? Great.
Molecules, compounds and mixtures. Molecules are formed by the combination of same atoms, and compounds are the combination of different atoms. However, mixtures are basically the combination of different atoms. But there is one thing that is not common in compounds and mixtures that we will discuss in our next step of the lesson. Who will tell me about the names of atoms? Yes, you. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay. These are the atoms: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Whenever these atoms combine with the same category of atom, for example, when carbon combines with carbon, they will make molecule of carbon. Molecule of carbon. Okay. when hydrogen combines the same category, that is hydrogen, they make molecule of hydrogen. Similarly, oxygen combined with oxygen atoms, they combine to make molecule of oxygen. And nitrogen, when combined with nitrogen atom, they will make nitrogen molecule. In other words, molecules are the combination of same type atom. Carbon, carbon, same carbon molecule. Hydrogen, hydrogen, same atoms, they combine and they will make molecule. Okay? Now, our next concept is compound. Compounds are combination of different atoms. Similarly, mixtures are the combination of different atoms. But there is one thing that is not more common in compounds and mixtures. In mixtures, things are mixed but not chemically combined. Okay? In mixtures, things or atoms are not chemically combined. But in compounds, atoms or things combine chemically, okay? Chemical combination of atoms takes place in this category, okay? For example, I have two atoms, iron and sulfur. Iron and sulfur, they mix. When they will chemically combine, then we will say they are making the compound. And when they are not chemically combined, then we will say it's a mixture of iron and sulfur. Iron and sulfur, when mixed, they combine to make iron sulfide. On the case when they are heated, when iron and sulfur are heated, they will make compound. Otherwise, they will make a mixture of iron and sulfur. Mixtures can be easily separated on the behalf that when we place the magnet in front of the mixture of iron and sulfur, magnet will attract the iron and sulfur will be separated in this manner. Okay? Compounds and mixtures are basically the combination of different atoms, but there is no chemical combination between the atoms, whereas in compounds, the mixture of the elements are accomplished by the chemical combination. Chemical combination leads to make a compound. Okay?
Here is the pictorial description of practical activity. In this activity, sulfur and iron filings are mixed and the mixture of iron and sulfur has formed. When the magnet will be brought closer to the iron and sulfur mixture, the pieces of iron will be attracted towards the magnet, as the magnet has force of attraction towards the metal and the iron is metal. As you are observing that the pieces of iron are attracted towards the magnet. The other thing, this practical description is the proof of the statement that we have read in the example of mixture, that in mixture, elements are separated easily There is another pictorial description of practical activity. In this activity, the mixture of sand and iron filings have prepared and the magnet has brought closer to the mixture of sand and iron filings. As you are observing that the mixture of elements are separated easily by the magnet as the pieces of iron are attracted towards the magnet. In contrast to mixture, here is the mixture of iron and sulfur that when mixture of iron and sulfur are heated by placing in the test tube, by the heating effect changes takes place, and in this case we cannot separate the elements from each other. That in compounds elements cannot be easily separated, as you know that the change will be taken place in this manner by the heating of iron and sulfur mixture. By heating effect, a compound is formed. This is the pictorial demonstration of test tube during the heating effect of iron and sulfur. After heating, a new compound is formed. You can see in the picture dark black solid that is different than reactants. Reactants are the iron and sulfur. When iron and sulfur are heated, they combine to produce a new compound in the black mass, and on the result the final product is not magnetic. Iron cannot be separated with a magnet because a new compound is formed in the form of iron sulfide. Fine. Furthermore, in this picture, there is an arrangement of atoms in a molecule or a compound. In a molecule of oxygen, two oxygen atoms are arranged as you are looking at this picture, and in a compound that is formed from different atoms, carbon and oxygen atoms, carbon is positioned at center and oxygen at lateral sides. You are observing that how atoms are arranged in a molecule or a compound. Now you have to distinguish the structures given in the picture, either they are molecule or a compound. The first one is a combination of two hydrogen atoms. It's a molecule or a compound? Yes, it's a molecule. Similarly, there are two chlorine atoms. It's a one molecule of chlorine. The third one is the combination of one carbon atom and four hydrogen atoms. It's a compound because it's a combination of different atoms. Similarly, in the molecule of water, there are two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. It's also a combination of different atoms, so we can say it's a compound. Water is a compound. However, in this picture, there are examples of molecules and compounds. The first one is compound, that is ammonia, which is formed from one nitrogen atom and three hydrogen atoms. Nitrogen is positioned at center and hydrogen atoms are on the lateral sides. The next in the center is the hydrogen molecule. There are two hydrogen atoms as we have discussed earlier, and you can see the arrangement of atoms in each molecule and compound. In water, oxygen is arranged at the center and hydrogen atoms on the lateral sides. You can observe the arrangement of atoms, that how atoms are arranged with each other and they combine to make molecules or compounds. You can justify the difference between the molecule and compound.
Now we will recall all the concepts of today's lesson: molecules, compounds and mixtures. Molecules are a combination of same atoms, but in compounds, combination of different atoms take place with the chemical combination and compound that is formed. They are not easily separated until we apply some kind of force on it. Okay? Read this topic from the chapter number 9 to page 124 and 125. And we have to write that what are molecules, what are compounds and what are mixtures. If you find any ambiguity regarding this lesson, then we will discuss later on Monday inshallah. Allah Hafiz.